Okay, everyone, we're going to find the fifth term and the nth term whose initial term and ratio are given for each sequence. These are geometric sequences. They have a common ratio. And so we're using this formula right here. Okay, and let's just get started. So our first term is 2, and our common ratio is 3. So basically it's we're going to use this formula. So our fifth term is 2 times 3 to the 5 minus 1, which equals 2 times 3 to the 4th, which equals 2 times 81, which equals 162. And our nth term is just 2 times 3 to the n minus 1. All right? And that's how you do that. And we're going to go a little faster now. So we got our fifth term is our first term times your 4 to the n minus 1. Our n is 5, so that's going to be 5 minus 1. So that's going to be negative 2 times 4 to the 4th, and that's going to be negative 2 times 256, which equals negative 512. And then just for your nth term, we're just going to write a sub n equals negative 2 times 4 to the n minus 1. Okay, the next one, this is negative 1, that's a 1. So we're using our formula, your first term times your ratio to the n minus 1. So our fifth term is going to be 5 times negative 1 to the 5 minus 1, which equals 5 times 1, which equals 5. And my nth term is just going to be my first term times negative 1 to the n minus 1. That means whenever you have an n now, you can plug it in and evaluate. Okay, the next one, we're finding the fifth term again. So that's 5 times negative 2 to the 5 minus 1, which is 6 times negative 2 to the 4th, which equals 6 times 16, which equals 96. And then our nth term, you just write the same thing basically, and it's just going to be n minus 1. Okay, the next one, we have a equals 0. So our fifth term is 0 times 1/2 to the 5 minus 1, which equals 0 times 1/2 to the 4th, which equals 0. And then for your nth term, it's going to be 0 times 1/2 to the n minus 1, which is still just going to be 0. And this one, we have our fifth term equals 1 times negative 1/3 to the 5 minus 1, which equals negative 1/3 to the 4th. So that's going to be 1 over 81. And our nth term is going to be 1 times negative 1/3 to the n minus 1. They usually don't put the 1 there, so that's just going to be negative 1/3 to the n minus 1. And for this one, we have a sub 5 equals our first term, and then our common ratio to the 5 minus 1, which equals the square root of 2 times the square root of 2 to the 4th. So basically that's going to be, when you square root this, square root times the square root of 2 is 2, and we have 4 of those, so you do it again and you get another 2, so that's going to be square root of 2 times 4, which is better written as 4 square root of 2. And then for your mth term, that's going to be square root of 2 times the square root of 2 times n minus 1. And for our last one, it's got that first term is 0, so it's actually the answer is going to be 0 on this one. But a sub 5 times 0 times 1 over pi to the 5 minus 1, which equals 0 times 1 over pi to the 4th, which just equals 0. And the same thing's going to happen for your nth term. And 0 times all that's just going to be 0. And that's all. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye-bye.